Harry Potter's Magic Awakened will be dropping globally in just a few days. Their main channel just put up a trailer about a day or so ago. It's got 37,000 views on it. So that is absolutely amazing. I'm going to replay it again whilst I talk through just what animation style there is, what you're going to expect in game, because I have been playing on the soft launch. But let's get into it and let's quickly reevaluate if you should be playing this game. So I'll jump straight in and we'll talk about the art style straight up, because I think it is the most polarizing point of the whole thing. And when I have a look through comments, it is either people love this art style or they absolutely hate it. I think it is a great set apart point that this is the mobile game legacy, or Hogwarts Legacy is the PC and console game. But it still has everything. As you can see here, you're going in diagonal alley. You're using a boat to go across to the castle. There's a full open world map that you can fly around on your broomstick. You go and get sorted by the sorting hat. Even though it tells you what one you should be in, you can still choose which house you want to go in, which I really love. You cannot change ladder down the track, and you cannot change gender. You cannot change gender down the road, so make sure you pick the right gender at the start. You can customize everything else later, but gender you cannot. As you can see, there is a lot of events that follow the main storyline within Harry Potter, which again is a bit polarizing for people, because why are we following the same story when this is 10 years after the last book? It seems a bit weird, but I think it's just to bring on that little nostalgia throughout that everyone about my age that grew up with Harry Potter is going to feel when they go and play this game. You're going through the Haunted Forest, as you can see here, or the Forbidden Forest, sorry, and doing the Haunted Hallows and Deathly Dells. You go and do the Pixies. Quidditch used to be in the game, I believe, but it is not in there anymore. I think it was really buggy, but hopefully they're bringing it back. You do dancing, which is, by golly gosh, it's hard. At first it's pretty easy, but when you get to level 5 dances, it is very hard. You can only go into your house's common room unless you take an invisibility spell, then you can go into it. I love that the depth and the thought process that has gone into this whole game is really high. Like, they've still got a long way to come, don't you worry. But for the bare bones basic, it's only got 2 years worth of story in there. You can pretty much get through the storyline in a few days if you really pump the story, but you probably need to do other things at the same time. As we can see here, we do have duels where you can have 1-on-1 or 2v2. There's also a free-for-all at the moment, which is 6 people all just fighting each other. It's absolute chaos. But the 1-on-1 and 2v2 is really awesome, and this is what happens during the game. You pull keys which give you spells, and you add that to your spell book. When you're in a battle, spells cost a certain amount of mana. As you can see down the bottom, that replenishes over time, and then you use your spell, it goes down. This is a duo. As you can see, it's pretty hectic when there's a duo. You've got summons, you've got other people doing stuff, there's companions that you bring along, and then you have an echo. There's a lot that goes into duels, which I can do a video on a bit later, but then there's classes, like where you go and learn how to do Wingardium Leviosa. You got to go and defend the gnomes, attacking the pumpkins. As I said, they are bringing back everything from from the books in a storyline that we all know, but with your new characters, bringing back the werewolves, you playing knight chess, dementors. Like, it has it all from the main storyline. There's Fluffy, like, it is pretty cool how you can go and relive that as yourself. I do really like that. Really, just wrapping this up, and I'll show you a few things in a second that you really need to do before this game releases, so that you have the best way or the best start that you can hope for. It's a really fun game. There's lots to build on, but the basics are there. So I'll bring you into the game and show you a few things that you need to get done right now. Before we even get into the game, make sure you stop this video right now, head to the link in my description, go across to this website and pre-register. We are so close to getting we're not really that close to 5 million people pre-registered. That is a lot of people. That is a lot. But yeah, 2.5 million people are already pre-registered for this game. That is amazing. Get in there and keep pushing this. Gems and gold are so much needed within this game, and they are so hard to come by. please go and pre-register right now and then come back to me. So one other site that you really need to go to before and just go and get yourself logged in is your Warner Brothers Games account. If you haven't done it already, go and sign up. If you have already, make sure you know your login details, because as soon as you get into in-game, you do that and you get yourself 50 gems, I believe it is. Getting built with Warner Brothers, it just gives me so much hope in the world that it is going to be a fully fledged game. It's going to continue to build and get better and better as we go through the game. So when you load into the game, you're going to go do the couple storyline and you're going to get sorted into your house. As I said, you can pick your house. So no matter what it says, just say, no, I don't want it, and pick the house that you want, because I'm sure that it's not going to give you the one you want anyway. It doesn't really matter in the long run. There's obviously chats down the bottom here in this social thing where you can just do a house chat, as you can see. But other than that, I haven't seen any bonuses about it. So on top of picking your house, you can go and be in a dorm with a few of your friends, up to 3 other people. This gives you extra bonuses if you go into the Forbidden Forest with your friends. I think that's about it. Maybe with duels, in duo duels, you'll get an extra bonus with that as well. On top of the dormitory, you also have a team. As you can see here, a team, which is a team of up to 50. And within that team, then there is like a raid boss that you can go and do. You can trade cards with other people in your team and a few other little things. I'm not sure of the full details of everything you get out of being in a team, but you need to be in it so you can go and do those raid bosses, which I'll bring up right now. So with the raid bosses, as you can see, it's kind of staged. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and endless trial. You just keep going round and round, and you gain more rewards as you beat it as a team. It's a really fun thing, but you need to remember to do this. They will not prompt you to do this, but once you're in a team, make sure you do this every day. Like most games these days, there is daily tasks, but the best thing about this one, you do not need to log in every day. It works as a week, so within each week, you can go back to the days before and redo those tasks, even though you didn't log in on that day. So as you can see here, this week just started. But if I just came in on day 7, I can do the days before tasks, no worries. But as soon as day 7 is gone, I cannot go back and do them. There is a daily login. It's very minimal what you get, but it's still worth it, obviously, to log in every day. There's season task as well, which is just done within a month, and story, which is where you follow what I was talking about before. One more thing, you just need to decide, are you going to do the Magic Pass, or you're not going to do the Magic Pass. There's obviously a free version and a paid version. There's also another one up, as you can see here on the right, which is double the amount of a normal one, and it's just a premium exclusive card, a hat, and some extra gold. I don't think it's worth it, but for people that like to spend, it might be a little bit of a show off. So 2 more things before you get out of here. We have these searchables that are in nearly every room within the castle. I'm unsure if they do respawn or not, but at the moment I'm just going through every time I'm in a classroom. Have a look around. You don't get much from them, as you can see here. It is just 5 gems and 5 soul echo crystals. Not very much, but it all adds up in the long run. Some of them, there is some chests in these rooms which give you a lot more. And then there is a daily little thing you need to find, and it just follows a rotation on each day, which I will make a video about that very soon. One more thing, if you do want to play on PC, you can. I use the LD player. It works perfectly. As you can see, I've had no troubles running around here. BlueStacks did not work, and I think there's a Moo player or something like that. I believe that works very fine as well. So if you haven't got that downloaded on your computer already, I'd go ahead and download that soon, get that installed, and work out how all that works. And then once Harry Potter is out, you're straight in, download. So when you do download, make sure you go into your settings and go to download and download all of these as soon as you get in. This lets you continue further into the game past just the year 1 and audio. These automatically download, but the rest of them you need to do. It can take a little bit of time, and you don't want to be just waiting for them to download, twiddling your thumbs. So go and do this straight away as soon as you're logged in. That is it for this video on Harry Potter's Magic Awakened. Hopefully you found it great, and I hope that I see you in the game soon. But maybe just hit that like and subscribe down there to help me out. Thank you, and I'll see you in a video soon.